Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show, where we are on our journey to 250,000. So if you like what you see here, hit the like button, subscribe, but more importantly, do me this favor. Tell a friend to subscribe, and we will hit that 250,000 number ASAP. So right now I want to talk about Donald Trump's ridiculous ongoing, and this has been going on for many, many years, his comments that these people don't look the way they're supposed to. Remember, he said the same thing about Elizabeth Warren when he started calling her Pocahontas, or that this one isn't black enough, or this one isn't white enough, and so on. Let's play the clip, and then you're going to get my reaction.
Is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians, and a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. It's not a question whether I'm approving it. Mr. Trump, you know in the history of this country where we've heard this discussion before, they don't look Jewish to me.
Oh, really?
They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a test for whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black, you're not black enough.
Once again, I hope Donald's shoe tastes like spearmint. This is, of course, a hearing that Donald Trump attended in 1993. And the gentleman that he's speaking to is Representative George Miller of California. And I want you, again, to listen to what it is that Representative Miller is saying to Donald. Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test. That is the mentality of a king. You look the part, you are the part, you're not the part. It would be in his sole discretion, especially pursuant to Project 2025, which all of a sudden he's decided to distance himself because it's that dangerous and people are beginning to catch on. But it's amazing. It's amazing because then Trump even responds back. The disrespect when you're sitting before Congress and he says, depends whether or not, depends whether or not you're approving it, sir. So now he's turned it onto Representative Miller. And Representative Miller says, no, it's not a question of whether or not I'm approving it. It's not a question of what I'm approving. Mr. Trump, do you know in history of this country where we've heard this discussion before? They don't look Jewish to me. And Trump responds, oh, really? They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me. Trump goes, mm-hmm. And that was the test of whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black, you're not black enough. These are the things that we all worry about today when you have an authoritarian at the helm. This person is a critic of me. Therefore, he deserves to be, incarcerated or killed. These are the things that come out of Donald's mouth. And we have to say to ourselves, what the hell is going on here? He takes a look and decides they don't look Indian enough to me. Can we stop for a second and think, what the fuck is this man talking about? And the answer is, Donald likes old Westerns, right? Hang 'em high. He likes, a whole slew of the old Clint Eastwood type of movies. And he would always turn around and say, amazing casting. It's like central casting. He's big into central casting. So what is it that they don't look? And he's talking about the Indians that were on the gaming board for the Indian reservation casinos. And what's he talking about? that they're not wearing headdresses or Indian garb, right? And they didn't sound like the Indians from the old spaghetti westerns. You understand that's exactly what he's thinking? It's what he's talking about, that they don't look Hollywood Indian enough, that they don't look like the old spaghetti Western Indians, that they don't have, say, a scalping axe hanging from the side. I mean, that would be something. They grab a hold of that schmata on his head. They grab like 12 hairs. What the hell is he talking about? But it's not just the sum and substance of the stupidity of the comments that he's making. It's something that we see time and time and time again. It is the sheer and total disrespect for the legislative branch of government, which is why he says that on day number 1, he intends to rewrite the Constitution. He intends to destroy our tripartite system of government, where he gets rid of the legislative branch and the judiciary and confers all power to the executive branch, namely to himself. You know, there's another thing that I want to pop up here for a second, and that's this recent tweet that he talks about Kamala Harris. And in it, it turns around, and this is from Donald's posts. Thank you, Kamala, for the nice picture you sent from many years ago. Your warmth, friendship, and love of your Indian heritage are very much appreciated. Now, first of all, the first line doesn't even it's not even proper English. Thank you, Kamala, for the nice picture you sent from many years ago. I mean, okay, it's third grade sort of English, but we're not even going to go there. We've talked enough about Donald's lack of the mastering of the English vocabulary or its syntax. And I want to turn around and look in the dead center. When I suspect that must be the grandmother, look at the garb on the family, including the other women that are sitting there. This is what Donald's talking about from a visual standpoint. These people clearly represent that they are Indian. They look like they are of Indian heritage. This is what we're talking about. And this is, again, it goes to only the fact that it's not about who she is as a person, her identity, who she identifies as. And she's identifying her father being Jamaican, her mom being Indian. He's trying to attack her identity because what it does is it, in his mind, it delegitimizes her as a candidate the same way that he tried to do it to President Barack Obama by saying that he's Muslim, by saying that he's not American, the whole birtherism. This one is not birtherism. This is Indianism, and it is xenophobic to the 10th degree. And it is wrong, and you must know that it's wrong. And it's why I keep saying, if you like what you hear and you like what you see and you like what you're learning, tell a friend to join us here on the Michael Cohen Show. And I will always end this and all of my episodes up and through the election. Vote Harris 2024. Hey everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.